What club was that at?
That was admit that a lot of people don't even realize they.
I've called her. She hasn't responded. I've called her more than a few times.
But the Zulu Nation, I'm like, what the hell is this? I know nobody know what I'm talking about. You'll leave me on the island by myself. I don't know what the hell Bishop's talking about. That's what y'all do. Then after class, yeah, I knew what you were talking about. I just don't want to be caught out there. The hell is this? Get on my damn nerves. So read that again, 31.
Read it for me again.
Romans chapter 7
And verse 1. Know ye not, brethren, for I speak to them that know the law. Okay, so sister, Paul is writing to those that know the law. He said he's speaking to those that actually know God's laws. Do you and your husband actually know what God's laws are at this time? No, you just ran across us, right? Yeah. So you don't know a woman is supposed to wear a dress all the time. That the Sabbath day is on what? Saturday, right? Yeah. You don't know that yet.
Well, I just started trying to wear this Saturday.
All praises. Okay, so that's what I'm saying. You and your husband don't know the law at this time. Read. How that the law have dominion over a man as long as he liveth. So it has dominion over you and your husband as long as you live. So if y'all both started in marriage and knowing the law, that if you married knowing that you're supposed to wear a dress, that the Sabbath day is on Saturday, that a man is over the woman, if you started off knowing the law in that reverence of the Bible, then you are bound to that man. That's what we're getting at right now. So we're going to clear it up furthermore on 1 Corinthians 7 and 15. Go back to that for me, bro. So you got that point, that you and your husband didn't start off in what? Knowing God's laws and knowing the 12 tribes or the blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans, right? Okay. What's your name, by the way, sis?
Sylvia.
Sister Sylvia.
Read. 1 Corinthians chapter 7 and verse 15.
But if the unbelieving depart, so Paul is now writing to those that are in the law. Now they are bound. They know the law right off Stan's point. Read. But if the unbelieving depart, let him depart. So you and your husband, say you and your husband started off knowing the law, and then he just fell off to the wayside. Let him depart, the Bible says. Let him go.
A brother or sister is not under bondage in such cases, but God has called us to peace.
So God has called us to peace if that man or woman doesn't believe in God's laws. But if y'all started off in God's laws, then you are bound to that man. You understand?
Jump down to verse
39, I think.
Verse 39. The wife is bound by the law as long as her husband liveth. But if her husband be dead, she is at liberty to be married to whom she will, only in the Lord.
So, Sister Sylvia, these two started off in God's laws, knowing what God required of them, and then the husband died. Then you are set free. See what I'm saying? So that's the difference. You and your husband didn't start off knowing God's laws, what God required. These two knew God's laws, knew to keep the Sabbath day, knew what the man role was, knew what the woman role was, and he died. So now you're loose for him. But if you're both started in God's laws together, then you are forever bound to him, Sister Sylvia. So in your question that you asked earlier, your husband, you're set loose for him if he don't want to come back to you or remarry you. Just let him go. Now, what was his reason of cheating or leaving you? That's what I want to know, Sister Sylvia. What he tell you? He was just a habitual cheater. Okay, so it's always two sides of one coin, you know what I'm saying? So we want to get the whole encompass. I know he's not here at this time, but we're going to try to clear it up for our people. Give me that, what's that, Isaiah 3 and 12.
Bring it out. Isaiah chapter 3 and verse 12.
Bring it out.
As for my people, children are their oppressors, and women rule over them.
Okay.
O my people, they which lead thee, cause thee to err.
Okay, stop right there. Okay, so Sister Sylvia, it says, in this day and age, a lot of our women are ruling over our men. You know what I'm saying? They being lions in the household. Now, when you look at nature, who is the lion in the jungle? Who is the lion, Sister Sylvia?
In our relationship.
No, in nature, because also the Bible say as nature, as you look at nature, that's how things are supposed to go. If you look into nature, that's how things are reverenced in today in actual human life. So in the jungle, who is supposed to be the lion?
The male.
The male, right? All praises. Hey, sis, how you doing? What's your name?
My name Kathy. Kathy.
Kathy. Okay, Sister Kathy. What's your name, brother? Isha. And what's your name, sis?
Perry.
Perry. Okay. All praises. Nice to meet y'all. So this scripture, read it again for everybody.
Isaiah chapter 3 and verse 12. As for my people, children are their oppressors.
So it says, for as for my people, who are my people? Who are my people? You know, sis? Who God's people are? You know? So right here on this side, yep, yes sir. It says the blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans are God's chosen people. So that's who we talking to. That's why we have y'all right here in front of us. So read that again from the top.
As for my people, children are their oppressors.
So when you look in the blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans household, it says children are our oppressors. Look at MLK. I grew up on this same block right here. Our oppressors are what? Kids. Running around what? Robbing us. Running around in gangs. Read.
And women rule over them.
And a lot of our women in the churches, a lot of our women in the households are ruling the household. We say we're going where? To Big Mama house. No, it's Big Daddy house. That's his house. That's what God says. So that's a lot of the main reasons. There's another brother who's out here. He said he don't want to deal with or marry a sister because what? She's masculine. Our women got to what? Take off that masculine spirit and be submissive to the man under God's laws. Sis, are you submissive? You think you could be submissive?
I mean, I'm in a relationship with somebody.
Uh-huh.
I mean, it's kind of hard. I mean, the relationship okay, but
It's kind of hard to say.
yeah.
Okay.
It's not hard. It's just
I understand. That's the way we were raised. Because I said what? We going to what? Big Mama's house, right?
yeah.
That's the way we was raised. What about you, sis? Think you could be submissive to a man?
I am submissive, but
You are submissive?
I'm not.
Huh?
I am submissive, but I'm not.
You are, but you're not. Okay, so you're saying pretty much the same thing that sis right here said.
No.
That's the way we kind of
I'm not saying that it's hard. I'm saying that you gotta you gotta be a man for me to be submissive. I'm not gonna let the blind lead the blind.
Okay, I see what you're saying now. Okay, you cleared it up. Speak plain out here, okay? Sis, Sister Sylvia. So, hold on, real quick. Yes, sir.
Real quick, because you said that, hold on, we're going nowhere. You said that he has to give you a reason to be submissive to him. So let me ask you this. If I was effeminate, or I acted like a woman, will I need a reason for me to be masculine?
That's a good question. That's
Will
a
I?
good question.
Because if I'm walking around feminine, your first question is, why is he acting like that?
Right.
Because you're natural, the man's supposed to be naturally masculine. So if you see me walking around feminine, you know that there's something wrong with me.
Right.
But for some reason, the women, when they walk around masculine, oh, that's normal. Oh, yeah, well, we got to get him the right man. So I need the right woman to be masculine. That's what you're telling me.
Yeah.
No.
Oh, no, wait, no.
No.
Sorry. But what I'm saying is, a man's supposed to be a man, a woman's supposed to be a woman.
Right.
If I'm a woman, a guy, and I'm displaying those characteristics, you need to do the same. You can't have me paying all the bills, holding all the weight, doing all this stuff, but you still calling the shots. They don't make sense.
Okay, that I get. But now, when we're talking about a woman being masculine, that means that she's trying to rule over that man. Like she has a certain spirit where she wants to be dominant over a man. Now, yes, it is a man's job to provide or be the primary breadwinner. Now, in this society today, yes, the man may need some help. Meaning that she's supposed to supplement, not to be the primary, but she's supposed to supplement. That don't mean that you're supposed to stay within that submissive role, even if you have to help that man. You see what I'm saying? But many, yes, help, supplement. But many women, they want to dominate no matter what.
Bring it out. Bring it out.
That's why men are turned off to certain women, because they are in that dominating role. A woman's supposed to be submissive. And there should be no, in this case, I'm submissive, but in this case, I'm dominant.
Bring it out.
Because a man is going to be a man regardless. Or you expect a man to be a man in any case. Whether he's single, whether he's married, whether he's broke, whether he's rich, you expect that man to be a man. So it's the same for a sister. We expect a sister to be submissive in all cases.
Yes. That's right.
That's the difference. You see that, right, sis?
Yeah, it's a little biased, but yes.
What's biased about that? A man gonna be a man, and a woman's supposed to be a woman.
Right. But when you have men not being men, now we gotta play a different role.
Okay, so now.
I don't date, so don't ask me.
No. I get that. Now, yes, there are men who needs to be built up and to be masculine. But guess what? That's what we read before. That, hold on, get that real fast, Sirach 67, one more time. Because we make the mistake of we're just choosing, or we're not choosing properly.
Okay, so can I speak? How you said a woman's supposed to build up a man and help them, it's the same way with a man supposed to build up a woman. Sometimes she wasn't in the proper household to be taught how to be a woman.
That's correct.
So I just feel like it's vice versa. Like, you got to give to get.
No. That part I do, yes, I do agree with you. That means that they're just not ready for marriage.
Right.
But this is what we're supposed to be doing right here. Read that.
Ecclesiasticus chapter 6 and verse 7. Bring it out. If thou wouldest get a friend, prove him first.
So the Bible say if you get a friend, if you are ready to marry somebody, see somebody that you like, it said that you got to prove them first, because you really don't know them yet, but you got to kind of get to know them and see where their head is.
Right.
We see the looks and we stop there and say, I like the way she look, I want her. And then once they hit, now they say, you know what? And they start spending time with them. They're like, I really don't like the way you move right now. That don't mean that they can't get there. You got to give them time to get there, because many of us, we've been destroyed. We've been destroyed through slavery.
Right.
We've been destroyed mentally. So women, they don't know how to behave as women, because they learned from their mama and from Big Mama, like the officer brought out, that they were the dominating force. But the Bible say no. The man is the dominating force. So sometimes women may need that time to change. And that's what we call the proving process.
Right.
They may not be there yet, but I'm willing to deal with you and get you built up by the scripture until that time. And the same that goes for you. So the point I'm trying to make is that a man is supposed to be masculine at all times.
That's right.
If they need some time to get built up to for that masculinity, they need that time. But a woman's supposed to be feminine in all cases, in all occasions. There's no, I'll be submissive in this case, but not that case. That's not how you're supposed to rock. You understand?
So, yes, I understand. So what about when a man say, I'm going to be masculine here, but I ain't going to be masculine here?
Okay, so give me something specific.
I'm going to pay the bills, but I'm not going to change your tire.
Okay, so now you got a problem with that. Okay, that's fine. But guess what? If you realize that during the proving process, then guess what? What must you do? If you see that within that proving process, then what? You know what? I'm either give you time to get built up, or let me move on.
Right.
But we, as a people, you will see him. He got the nice car. He flashed a little money. Okay, let's hit. And then that's when marriage, or not marriage, but girlfriend and boyfriend happen. Then there's children that's involved, and you leave, and now you're a single mom, and he's just paying child support. That's out of order. But if you would have took the time and said, let me see what type of man this is, who this man really is, that's the proving process. Then you can make that decision. You see that? From there. So don't just X him out just because he's not ready. But if he's all the way gone, then that's what you move on from. You understand? Vice versa. You with me?
Yeah,
all right. To the woman, that's how it's set in the Bible. Okay, this is what Paul is going over with the Corinthians at this point. So you got the Christ,
got man, then woman up under the Christ. Because just a minute ago, we was going about the role reversals in the household. How since slavery, the white man has set up a gender role reversal, okay? Where the big mama on down to the woman is over the household, okay? That's not how it's supposed to be, as we just read in the Bible, Sister Nova, okay? So it's supposed to be Christ, man, and woman. How do you feel about that? You right? Okay, okay, all praise, you agree with the Bible. So also we're going over blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans are God's chosen people. Have you ever heard of that before, Sister Nova? You have? Okay, so what, let me ask you, what do you know about that?
Oh, I know very little.
Very little? Okay, all right. Give me Leviticus 26 and 14. So when you look at in the world, what do you see black people in the world? Are we shelling out money as corporate banks, or are we shelling out money as loans? Are we setting embargoes on people because they have wronged us? Do black people even have a say what?
I said the last one that you said. That's
Yeah.
what I kind of feel like.
You said we don't do that as black people? Okay, all praises. Okay. What about what's that race act? Do black people even have a race bill like the Asians, like the Jewish people in this land in America? We don't even have that, right? So basically we're getting that blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans are on the bottom of what society, right? So that's what we're showing our people based off the Bible, based off us leaving off God's laws. We're on the bottom, okay? Read that, what you got?
Leviticus chapter 26 and verse 14. But if ye will not hearken unto me and will not do all these commandments.
So, Sister Nova, God said if we wouldn't, this is Moses right here, from God's lips to Moses' mouth. He said if we don't, as blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans do, all of God's laws, what will happen?
And if ye shall despise my statutes,
Despise his statutes, even his sub-laws. Read.
or if your soul abhor my judgments.
So that goes back into when we was in the wilderness. Some of the other men and women didn't agree with how Moses was running things. Okay, so that's going against God's law. That's going against what leadership that's set up before you. Read.
So that ye will not do all my commandments, but that ye break my covenant. I also will do this unto you.
Hold on right there. So if we break his covenant, that's like as people say, a blood pact. So blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans, as you see on this side right here, we have a agreement, we have a bond with God as his chosen people. He said if we break that, read on.
I also will do this unto you.
He's going to do what to us, Sister Nova? What do you think? What do I have right here in my hand right here? What do we call this in America? Slave trade, right? The slave trade. So God said he was going to do this. Let's read. Let's get the whole sense. Read.
I will even appoint over you terror.
What was the slave trade? It was damn terror.
That's right.
They raped the men, they raped the women, they raped the kids. They didn't have no remorse, no regard for anybody, black, Hispanic, or Native American, especially them damn Spaniards. Read.
Consumption and the burning egg.
Consumption and the burning egg. Why do we have COVID? Why do we have AIDS? Why do we have all manner of diseases, high blood pressure, all in our community? It's all man-made. By who? Who God put over us because of what? Because of our disobedience.
That's right.
I don't say that God put them over us. God didn't put them over us, they put themselves over us. So that's how we came about with slavery. You know, it wasn't his plan for us to live in slavery. It was never his plan, and it was never his goal for us to live in slavery.
So you think so from your standpoint, you're saying that it just happened to come along that the white man saw a opportunity. That's what you think.
Exactly.
Okay, that's why I thought you were saying. Okay, so God didn't actually put them over us.
God put no man over man to make
Okay. Okay, so we're gonna clear that up. What you got for me?
Deuteronomy chapter 28 and verse 48. Therefore shall thou serve thy enemies, which the Lord shall send against thee.
You hear that, Sister Nova? He said God Because we just read in what Leviticus 26 and 14, if we broke God's laws, he was going to what? Punish us. So now God is saying in Deuteronomy 28 and what verse what?
Verse 48.
That he was going to put them over us. We was going to serve our enemies. Read.
Which the Lord shall send against thee.
Sister Nova, who sent those men against us? Who sent the Spaniards against us? Who sent the Portuguese against us? Who sent the British against us?
I can't say that it was the Lord because I'm like.
That's because of what you were taught. What are we actually reading though?
I understand what you're reading, but also what you could be reading too. Also, the men wrote by men,
so
not
what?
by him.
So you saying this Bible was wrote by white men?
Half of what's in there is.
No, because if you got two halves of two things,
right.
That's a wrong. It don't make sense. It got to be the whole
wrong,
encompass.
But the only wrong is what man wrote in the Bible.
So you got to cherry pick what's what and what's what, because this Bible is full of prophecies, and everything that I read and everything we come across has came to fortune, has came true. So the whole Bible is telling your history, and it has been coming true. Hey, how you doing, brother? So we going over the blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans being put into slavery. How do you feel about that? Do you think God put those people against us, sent us into slavery?
What did we ever
You don't think so?
What did we ever do to
God would never send us. He already sent us.
He already sent us?
Yeah.
He did a couple of times. We still in slavery. We in mental
All the
slavery.
things that happened to us, it's just a test of what's meant to be anyway.
So, Sister Nova, hold on. We ain't done.
It's the test to see if we can outstand whether we gonna survive and God will promise what he sent, or we join that was never meant to be joined.
So what did we do? What's your name, brother?
My name Ben Zadi, the God.
Ben Zadi, okay. Ben Zadi L. Ben Zadi the God. All right, so we're gonna show you what we did as blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans to deserve slavery.
Okay. Deuteronomy chapter 28 and verse 15. But it shall come to pass, if thou wilt not hearken unto the voice of the Lord thy God.
Hold on. So it said, it shall come to pass. What's the it?
It is what God promised.
Slavery shall come to pass. All these curses shall come to pass.
And that's what
heartache in the black community shall come to pass. Read.
To observe, to do all his commandments and his statutes, which I command thee this day, that all these curses shall come upon thee and overtake thee.
See, all these curses in the blacks, Hispanics, and Native American community has what came over us and overtook us.
Right.
So I see you out here strolling on a bike. Are you feeling oppressed in this day and age? Do you feel oppressed?
No.
So what about your whole community? You don't feel oppressed?
They're oppressed because they taste the apple and now they gotta give back what they taste for.
You smoke?
If you stay in the circle, because God never meant for you to try to be so rich that you got to prove yourself. When you try to prove yourself out of the Most High, you're going to get what he didn't tell you so. So when you do that, yeah, he going to try to get you to open your eye and stay here. But if you go outside the rim, it's just like a yo-yo. He's going to let you go out there, but everything shall not come back void.
Okay, so
because he said a word,
so
you better
touched
roll
on
with
covetousness.
It and come right back to it.
You touched on covetousness. Let's get that.
Yes.
Exodus
No
20
excuse.
and
no excuse. Exodus chapter 20 and verse 17. Thou shalt not covet thy neighbor's house.
So for the blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans being covetous, God put us into what? Slavery. God put us under bondage under the white man, under the Arab man, under the Ethiopian or Somalian man, the Nilotics. He put us under them because of what?
Now,
read that again.
Let me ask you one thing.
Thou shalt not covet thy neighbor's house. Thou shalt not covet thy neighbor's wife, nor his manservant, nor his maidservant, nor his ox, or his ass, nor anything that is thy neighbor's. So for covetous, Hosea 4:1, for covetous, God what? Started punishing us as a nation, not individual. I just want to see where your mindset was. You said you don't feel oppressed, but as a nation, are we oppressed or not?
As a nation of them.
As a nation.
If you are part of that nation,
as
they oppress themselves, they are oppressed.
Brother,
But
straight answer. as a nation of blacks, Hispanics, and
But
Native
there's many
Americans.
answers to that. That's why I can't go to one.
Yeah,
Because all is one, but I got to break it down.
No, all is
making
one.
sure that I know what you're saying. I'm coming from where, but it's a broken down point. Just in case somebody says, "Well, this is what you use."
Okay.
The thing is about it is, God didn't do nothing to nobody. They did it to themselves. How? Because everybody started from one.
Let
me just finish. Let me just finish.
Go ahead.
The thing is, the Most High stay in Most High position with general blessings for His own to go by. So He set, as well as He set His what?
Kind of wrap it up.
Hold on, I'm gonna wrap it up. As well as He set His command, He also set what? He set. If He set a command, it's that protection and conviction.
Okay.
Other words, His word is energy. When He set it out, it will go out without exactly the Most High. That means that is the Most High.
I think I see what you're saying.
And sprinkles of us.
I think I see what you're saying. So you're saying the Most High Himself don't actually do it, but He sent folks to do it. That's what you're saying.
He set His promise to fulfill. What happens is everybody opens up that atmosphere.
John chapter 9 and verse 24. The earth is given into the hand of the wicked. So for our disobedience, like you said, the Most High don't come down here and actually punish blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans. He did what? The earth is given into the hand of the wicked. He's giving it into the hand of the wicked to what? Punish us into what? Repentance. You see that, brother? That's why we're going through hard times. That's why we're going through depression. Get it, Malachi 1 and 4. Who is the wicked then, brother? Who is the wicked? Is it our own people? Who is the major wicked running this earth in today's age?
The wicked is the one who practices it.
And who is that? Who is the major player running things? Because back in the day, we had what? The Babylonian Empire. We had the what? Assyrian Empire. Right. We had the Persian and Mede Empire. Right. So what empire are we in today? That's the wicked. That's what I want to get to.
Well, it is.
Malachi chapter 1 and verse 4. Whereas Edom saith, Edom means red. So that nation is a red people. When you say rednecks, are the back of their necks get red? Or they get angry? That's who we're talking about. Caucasians. Read. We are impoverished, but we will return and build the desolate places. There said the Lord of hosts, they shall build, but I will throw down. And they shall call them the border of wickedness. So that's the major wicked that's running the earth.
What is a nation? Nation is men leading by example.